Yeah, no, I've worked with Benicio Benicio del Toro for 8 years, and I'm very, very grateful to have his relationship with him. Hey guys, it's Pete Koch here with Noel, Braham, and filmmaker, actor. We're gonna break it down, talk about the Star Wars films he makes and the projects he's got coming up in the future. Don't go away. Okay. Hey guys, Pete Koch here, breaking it down with filmmaker, actor, writer, all-around creative guy, buddy of mine, Noel Braham, and a few Star Wars fans. First of all, give him the point, and we'll send him over to your movie. Right? It's gonna be like, we'll put it right there, and you can see his 15-minute tribute.
That's it.
Film Star Wars. Thank you for joining me again.
Yeah, man. Yeah, good to be here. Good to be back.
And this is part 2, in case you haven't seen, and we'll link here to part 1. And just to catch the folks up that didn't see part 1. The tribute short film you made, an award-winning, honored by John Lucasfilms himself as one of the 25 best tribute Star Wars films made.
Lucasfilms, Disney, they recognized it and they had it on their website as the top 25 fan films in the entire world when they opened up their competition. And you know, we went out to London. We didn't win the big prize, but to still win and become a nominee, and the opportunities we've had, showing the project all around the world. I mean, that's what Star Wars is all about, man. They bring people together who otherwise would never talk or probably even look at each other.
I've got to tell you, no, I didn't really know what tribute films were until you and I met, and then you sent me the link to your film, and I was absolutely blown away by the quality, by the writing, by the structure of the story. The performances are beautiful, but as much as anything, it's visually powerful.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
And I know a lot of work went into that, so I encourage all the Star Wars fans or non-Star Wars fans to check this out. Yeah, that's where it's going to go. Okay. But, oh, by the way, along these lines, I just wanted to mention this quickly. I thought you might find this of interest. Some of the folks that know me or follow my show know that I've been my day job, you might say, is a personal training, strength and conditioning coach, and I have had the great opportunity to work with some amazing people over the years. For 8 years, I have worked with Benicio del Toro.
Wow.
He's an amazing actor, but an even more amazing person.
Wow.
And he is the next, and he's careful to phrase, he's not quite a villain, but he's the next major personality or guest sort of a personality in the next installation of Star Wars, which will be coming out, I believe, Christmas of a year from now.
A year from now, yeah. They pushed that back too. It's supposed to come out sooner, but.
And here's one quick Benicio recanted story. Or he told this to me. He says when he was considering the project to begin with, he as always asked through his representation asked for the script, and what he got was an iPad. So Disney sent him an iPad, and it was delivered by. It wasn't just put in the mail or even a messenger. It was delivered by a security company.
Wow!
So a security company comes to his door, has him sign for this, and he gets an iPad. And I hope I'm not telling too much here. And then it had he had. I believe he said 48 hours. So from the moment that he started, hit the start button on the iPad, he had 48 hours to read the script, and then it goes away.
My God.
That's it.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah. They've got this software worked out, so it goes away. So he read it, and he took notes and did his thing, and then it went away, and then they called him up, and it says, what do you think? And that was it. He didn't have a chance to confer. I said, when was the next time? I'm like, when you signed on to make the film, did they send you a script? He says, no.
Yeah.
No, it was the same process. I got another iPad. And then at the end of the film, they take the iPad away. He's got nothing to show for it. It's all secretive, and he didn't know what the story was or what the other actors were doing, because they only sent him what he needed to know.
Only him.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, they don't play, man. They try to make sure they keep it leak proof, right? Like.
So tell us about what you're up to these days. And where can folks expect to see you on the screen?
Yeah, man. So I'm coming out and the New Edition biopic, which is pretty much the R&B group. Bobby Brown, who was married to Whitney Houston, and Ralph Travant.
So what do you do in this film?
I'm playing Ray Parker Jr.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Who you gonna call? I'm playing Ray Parker Jr. So that's it was directed by Chris Robinson, who's a really big music director. He's worked with like Jay-Z, Beyonce, Diddy, in the hip hop world. And it's a 3-night special. I'm in night 2.
What channel?
BET.
BET.
Yeah, you can check it out.
And when is that? When does that air?
So the first night starts January 24th. The second night, which I'm in, is January 25th, and then the last night is January 26th.
Incredible. Wow.
So yeah, man, amazing.
Oh, looking forward to that. Yeah.
Man.
So was that a 3-part miniseries? Is that what that's been called?
But technically speaking, which is crazy that they even shot it, it's a 6-hour. If you watch all 3 nights, it's 6 hours long. So they technically shot 3 films.
Yeah.
Over the course of 40 days. Which is intense.
40 days gets you about a half of a real film, like a big budget film.
Right. Let
alone 3 complete films.
Oh man! So what Chris and the entire cast and crew has been able to create, it's going to be amazing.
Technically speaking, as an actor, does this test you and your ability to know your dialogue and to retain it? And you got to come in with like pages and pages sometimes, right?
Yeah, you do, and it does, because things change. The second you get on set, they may decide to switch up the scenes, or they may, depending on, does something fall through on a production standpoint. The majority of my scenes that we shot was actually on Sunset in the recording studio on Sunset and Gower.
Sure.
The pretty popular one. And there was one scene that we decided he wanted to shoot, and I didn't even realize we were shooting that. And they were like, well, here's your pages, make sure you get this down. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So it's like being able to train that muscle. And that's advice I give, even when you're not working, even when you may not have a lot of auditionings coming through, being able just to challenge yourself every week or every other day to learn a new set, a new scene or a monologue, because it's a muscle. And the more you train it, the more you use it. And it helped me out. I was able to retain dialogue like that, but a big part of it's just day in and day out. So,
Do you have a couple of or more monologues committed to memory at any given time?
Yeah, I had 4.
4.
Teacher always said my teacher was like, you should have 6. So I was like, well, I'll stay with 4. And that varies from dramatic. I have Shakespearean. I have a comedic as well. So depending on the environment or who I may be talking to, or what they want to see, or if just something open comes up, submit anything, I can go into that particular repertoire and then utilize anyone I see fit.
It's impressive, and I've heard that for years and years. And at any given time, I've had a handful of monologues memorized, but I don't think I never had 4 of them in my head at the same time, because they come and go.
Yeah.
But that's impressive. Can you give us a few lines from something that's in your head?
Yeah. So this is Othello, Shakespearean monologue. Have you seen the play before?
Oh yes.
Okay, yeah. So in this particular scene, Othello has just been accused of raping Desdemona, and as you all may not know, he's a black a hero in this particular town, which is kind of rare. So her father loved me, oft invited me, still questioned me to this very day. When adventures vast and deserts idle, rough quarries, rocks, hills whose heads touch heaven, it was my hint to speak, such was the process. And of the answer for fog-eyed men whose heads do grow beneath their shoulders. These things they hear with Desdemona seriously inclined, but still the house affairs would draw her hence. And whichever as she could with haste dispatch shall come again, and with a greedy air devour my discourse, which I observing took once on a pliant hour, and found good means to draw from her poor earnest heart. Such was the process.
Outstanding. How about that? That's an added bonus. We just got some Shakespeare, yo.
It's a little Shakespeare.
Man, we can't top that. We got to shut it. How do folks...
that kind of sucked, so don't judge me on my performance, guys. That performance sucked. It was just the lines I wanted y'all to get an idea.
But in January, you're going to get to see... Noel as Ray Parker Jr.
That's it, man.
Just to contrast that performance, that was outstanding.
Yeah.
Thank you. How do folks get a hold of you?
Yeah, guys, follow me on Instagram at Noel_Braham. Follow me on Twitter at Noel Braham. Hit me up on Facebook, Noel Braham. Like my page on Facebook, Noel Braham. And keep a lock to my channel. Subscribe when you can to Star Wars Exile and all the other things I got coming out with, man, at Noel Braham.
That's outstanding. Thank you so much for your time, Noel. Man, I appreciate that.
Man, I appreciate you, Pete, having me on to break it down.
Yeah, we're breaking down. This is Pete Koch. Breaking it down. We'll see you next time. Man, you crushed that.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, man.
I was saying to myself,